It's still the pulse with me, Gifty and Opia. We're still monitoring Kokwanyu, the whole situation. We are at the party headquarters. We are at his home in Oyarifa. We are at the CID headquarters. In the meantime, the health authorities in the Sojamine district of the Eastern region have described as a mystery circumstances surrounding the death of 2 persons after taking an injection to treat skin infections. A 3rd person is currently on admission at the VRA hospital after their buttocks started to decompose following the injections at the new Senchi Health Centre. Manasseh Azuriawuni has been interacting with family members of the deceased.
I'm Eugene Benjamin Kaffa. I'm a teacher by training. I'm also hood BSc and then HND in mechanical engineering. I teach in this quarters.
Can you tell us what happened in terms of your sister's illness, demise? Walk us through how it started.
Yes, please. I realized that she had a skin, disorder, the skin rashes on her skin. That was before the 9th. And then mommy advised her to go to the health center at VRA hospital to get treatment. And then she didn't go that very day, but the next day mommy traveled for a funeral. And she apparently went to the Senchi clinic in Question. And then she was injected on the 9th. And then she came back home. Then she realized that she felt some pain, but then she didn't take it straight because a normal injection, you have to just enjoy it. The second day, that was the second time, that was the 12th. Because she was asked to come the 9th, 12th, and the 13th. On the second day, that's the 12th, she went again. And the pain, still persisted. Then she complained again, thinking when she goes this time, after all, they will just see to it that maybe because of the injection, maybe they might stop. But they didn't stop. They injected the 3rd time again on the same place. So the place, when she came home, the place became so swollen, and then, of course, everybody expect that the pain she will enjoy the pain at point in time, but then the pain get on swollen, and then she couldn't bear it any longer. So mommy asked her to go to VRA on Sunday, and then she went. When she got there, she was admitted actually. So Monday morning, I think some tests were carried out at the VRA hospital, and they realized that the place was decaying. And so they ran tests on her again, and they took her to the theater on Tuesday, and she was operated. So I couldn't understand the whole thing. So Wednesday after work, I went to the place to find out what happened. When I went there, I met a nurse on duty, and I asked to see the in charge, the one who administered the injections for people the previous week. And so he's gone on course, he's not around. But from my sister, she said the man and the other nurse injected her. So the 2 people who injected her when she came there. So I asked that they should call the in charge for me. The nurse said she was on, she's in a meeting, so there's no way she could call her. But I insisted she should call her, and she called him. When she called him, I asked that the injection he has administered to people in his facility has caused them a lot. They are admitted at the VRA, and then they are suffering for it. So it will be on his best interest to come down and come and see how people are suffering. He said why he can't come down now unless he comes close from the program. I insisted. I said that if that's the case, I'll make it a police case. He told me that there's no way police will arrest him because it's a government facility. I said, really? We claim my sister, clear others too, and ask you to come down. I tell him it's a government system. He said, well, then he cut the line. I didn't see anything. I went straight to the hospital. So my sister's condition, it was so bad. Just like a yam will get rotten, and you scrape the inside. That's how the sore was. So the surgeon said that, according to the surgeon, they'll scrape some of her parts, body parts, in a way of plastic surgery to heal the place, and they would address the place. And then for the next day, when they come back again, the whole place would be rotten again, and it was scattering. It was deepening and scattering. So the last time, the surgeon said that his last hope is what he's doing now, because he didn't know which part he should cut again. And the sore persisted. He wasn't the only person. She wasn't the only person. There were 5 on admission that day. And then I visited all of them. They all had 3 surgeons, consequently. And
all of them had gone to the same clinic?
Yeah, the same clinic. But when I instead on the nurse to tell me what happened, she said all that she knew was that the drug the man usually used got finished. But he mixed some drugs before injecting them. That's what the nurse told me. And then another nurse also confirmed the same story from the health insurance by a worker called Bracken. She told him the same thing. And then I went to the hospital, and then Every time I go to the hospital, my sister is in pain. She couldn't eat. She's always pain. She was always lying down there because the place was affected. And then the sad thing I also heard that she had a very close friend who came to disclose to us just last Monday that she was even in her menses before that was happening. So she couldn't bear both pain. But when she's in menses, she feels so much pain, cramps and all that. She feels it, I know. And so she tried bearing both pains, but she couldn't. She wouldn't eat. She called me that she wants to take fufu and then, soup. Mommy, send the fufu to her. But she couldn't even take the fufu, she just drank the soup. What that she was taking was, this drink, Lucozade and then buttermilk. So I went back there on Thursday because I told her if my sister, something happened to my sister, I'll come back on Thursday. I went back Thursday and I asked, this time when I went, I saw the in charge. Then apparently if they hadn't seen me earlier, they would have just told the in charge, would have just told them that he wasn't around, but they were unlucky. So I met another nurse and asked, is the in charge around? He said yes. And he called me in. Then he said he heard what happened. The director has told him what has happened. I showed him pictures and all that. And I asked, when did the man in charge come back from the seminar? He said Friday. Yes. So he couldn't even go there Saturday or Sunday to really verify what was happening. Up to now, nobody has stepped in this house yet. From the facility, nobody has stepped in this house yet as I speak now. And so Mommy also went there Tuesday. She met a man, that administered the drugs. Then the man even took her number that he will call her. Up to now, he hasn't called. And so after my sister felt so much pain, she wasn't, when you go there, when time you call her on phone, she will feel so difficult in talking. Sometimes she will not pick at all because the pain is so severe, she will not talk at all. Last Sunday morning, I was just going to church around 7, and the mommy had then gone to the hospital. Before she called that, my sister has passed on. And so the rest also passed on subsequently. The last person who passed on was yesterday. As for him, the doctors described him that it's only God can save him because even my sisters, saw the sore. They really, saw was the smallest among all of them. So the guy is on every part of the body, the buttocks was affected and the back as well. And then the stomach protruded, and then the eyes became so yellowish like she has jaundice. So yesterday morning, I learned they took him to Kolebu, transferred him to Kolebu, and on the way, he passed on. So making his death as I speak now.
So you have not been able to get any explanation from the hospital, the health center where this happened? Your sister took the injections.
Yesterday I went to the hospital and I met the surgeon in charge. He was saying that when my sister was brought, the condition in which he was, that's what he did as a surgeon at the very hospital. But then the process or the stages that led to the condition, it doesn't know, is under investigation now, as I talk now. But then when I went to the facility, the man took my number and said, we will call. They're having a meeting with the directorate. He never called. The next day before he called in the morning that he was going to work, he will call. He didn't call that morning, he called late in the afternoon. Before saying that they met and then they has to see his superior because he's not working on his own, he's working under government, so he has to see his superior then before they will establish what killed the man. So yesterday I talked to the surgeon and said if any question that I need to clarify, I should come back. I went to see the chemist too, the senior, laboratory officer. I was saying that on the card they wrote 9th, 12th, 13th, the card they gave to my sister. And they wrote penicillin. They asked the man that penicillin, I know, I did chemistry, so I know penicillin couldn't have killed anybody, let alone endangering these things. And then the thing seems as if it's a cancerous kind of thing because the place became decayed. When they scoop the place, the next day will come back, the same thing happens. And so he said that over 30 years he's working now, he hasn't experienced that thing before. But he doesn't think that what the man wrote on the card is what he injected them with. And I explained that the nurse told me that the drug got finished actually, but then he mixed other drugs. So if he mixed other drugs, it couldn't be penicillin alone on the card, it should be other penicillin or other drug addition. And he said then they are investigating it. But VRA has less to do with that because they are not under them. So I should go to their directorate at the Asujaman, council, and I'm going very far. So I should go there on Friday, and then when I get a report, I should come back to him.
But as we speak, I mean the hospital, the clinic where your sister had the injection, they've not officially told you anything concerning what happened when she came there?
No, they haven't said anything. They haven't said anything.
And are you able to find from your sister's documents, maybe some of the hospital cards and reports she was given, have you cited them and what exactly is on it?
The only card we saw was the one they inscripted on it, first day 9th, second day 13th, 12th, and the third day 13th. And the drug they injected there with, that's all I saw. As I was talking, I don't even think they have a folder there, I don't think. Because if they had a folder and I was complaining, the amount I would just bought the folder and then series of messages that they made before injecting it, they could have just shoot to me, but then they bought nothing like that. So I don't think they have a folder there. People go there, they don't even analyze that, you tell them you're sick, they just start injecting you. That's what happened.
But do you meet the man himself, the one who did the injection? Have you met him?
The task I went there, I was talking to the in charge, then he called him. And he sat just beside me, and then he was also present. And then he was saying that he didn't know it's an error. This error occur anytime.
That's what he said?
That's what he said. It's an error. But he's feeling so much, he's feeling bad himself. But the harm has got already, so that's what he said.
Did he tell you exactly what he used in injecting your sister and the other patients who came there?
No, he couldn't. But very personnel, doctors went there to verify the drug use, but you could just send that to a more experienced hospital for investigation. Up to now, they don't know what happened. They don't know the drugs he has missed. They don't know. Up to talk now, they don't know. So a sample of their bodies, their decayed bodies, were taken to Nugushi Memorial Hospital, Legon. But then the result hasn't yet come.
Then let's talk more about your sister. What kind of person was she and what was she doing?
She's a fashion designer by profession, and then she keeps mommy store too. She's a lovable person, everybody likes her, and she's open to all. Sometimes when people come to the health insurance and they want to have their cars updated, and they are in hurry, they leave it with her before they come back. She makes sure she's done that for them, and they come for them. So she's loved by all. She had no grudge with anybody, as far as I'm concerned. And she's a smiling type, a jovial type.
Were you two the only children of your parents or the others? And what's her position in the family in terms of the children?
We are three from mommy's side. On my daddy's side, there are four.
Was that the first time she went to that facility or she's been going there?
That was the second time. As I gathered, that was the second time. And people even came here to console us and sympathize with us, also said that they have been going there. They have been going there. So that hasn't been the first time she went there.
So now as a family, what do you want done in this case?
I want justice to prevail and to, arrest the spreading of the infection of the drug or the injection around nationwide, so people will be safe from the injection.
A rather disturbing trend there. Manasseh Azuriawuni is on the move. We'll be getting in touch with him as and when, and in our subsequent bulletins as well for more on this very horrific story.